Hi, welcome to How to D&D. My name is Fred Weller, and today I want to talk about how to find other players or dungeon masters so that you can play Dungeons & Dragons 5e or just Dungeons & Dragons full stop. How do you actually find other people to play with? Well, one, talk to your friends, family. There are often the opportunities to get new people into playing the game, and friends and family are one of the best ports of call. Even people that you work with, you might find there are people that you work with who would be interested or already play the game. You just got to ask those questions. I know this can be hard because Dungeons & Dragons is one of those topics that you really don't talk about. Another really good location is if you have a look in your game stores. Go and have a talk to the people in your game stores to see if there's any organised play going on, like the Dungeons & Dragons Adventure League. I used to run Dungeons & Dragons Adventure League, and they are really the backbone to getting new people into the game, because when they have a really dedicated group of dungeon masters who give up their time, they get no pay for it and often have to deal with very, very difficult situations, and they don't get to really select their players. They're not playing with friends. They just have to deal with the constant flow of casual people coming in and out. So the D&D encounters on Wednesday. So Dungeons & Dragons encounters on a Wednesday at your game store if you have one available or close to you. Then there is Fantasy Grounds, Roll20. There are a lot of online games that you can play if you are in a location where it's very isolated and you can't sort of play a game at a table face to face. So online is a really good location to look for. Another excellent place to actually have a look is on Twitter. You can often find people on Twitter. Meetups is basically a website dedicated to organising people into groups, and you can pay some money and organise a meetup, or find a meetup that is close to you by just having a look to see what is available in your area. Another really good way of actually finding people to play with is Facebook. I use Facebook a lot. There is a huge Facebook group called Dungeons & Dragons 5th Ed Edition. It's a massive group. You still have to apply. The administrators will sign off and allow you to join. And yes, you can search and look for games that way. I have a group in my locale called D&D NZ, or Dungeons & Dragons NZ, and that's how people find games in my country. And people do that all around the world with Facebook. It's a great way to find new people to play with. The other thing I would like you to consider is your children. Your children are actually already prepped and ready to play anything. And Dungeons & Dragons is good enough for them. Trust me. They like monsters and dragons and wizards and fighters and warriors and stuff like that. They like that sort of stuff. You might need to change the nature of your game, but there's no reason why you could not dungeon master for your children, or have somebody else run the game for you and play with your children at the table. Another really good way of actually finding people to play with. You can put an ad into a local newspaper if you wanted, looking for people to play with. There are lots of online forum boards where you can put up a classified, essentially looking for people to play with, or a dungeon master, or either one. It doesn't matter. Really, that's the great thing about the internet, is you can access so many different people from all around the world to actually play this game. It's not like it used to be, where we really were just an underground group of people who played a hobby and that was it. The internet has opened things right up. Now, there might be a few things that I have missed, other options that you can use, and if there is, great. Somebody will hopefully put that in the comments. If you found this video helpful or informative, please share, like and subscribe. Make a comment below if you are having trouble finding a game or people to play with, and maybe I can provide some advice to you. Tell me what you've tried before and if it didn't worked or didn't work. If there is something that I have missed out, put it in the comments, because it will be useful to somebody. And till next time, keep rolling those 20s.